Some people say cats are cold, distant, and mysterious, like they don't need anyone. But then, yours curls up beside you every night, sighs into your chest, and sleeps like they've finally found the safest place in the world. And suddenly, they're not just a pet. They're your shadow. Your soft little companion who watches you, follows you, and trusts you like a child trusts their parent. Have you ever wondered why your cat waits by the door when you leave, or why they choose your pillow over 1,000 cozy spots in the house? What if, to them, you're more than just their favorite human? What if you're their home, their protector, their parent? In this soft and gentle journey, we'll explore 14 quiet signs that your cat sees you not just with affection, but with the pure trust of a kitten looking up to their mother. So let's begin with open hearts and quiet paws. The first sign is one you've probably seen 100 times, but never truly noticed. When your cat follows you from room to room, even when you're not doing anything special, it's not just curiosity. It's connection. In the wild, kittens follow their mothers as they learn about the world, for protection, comfort, and reassurance. When your cat does this with you, they're not just tagging along. They're seeking the presence of someone they trust deeply, someone who makes them feel safe in a world full of unpredictable sounds and scents. They don't want your attention. They want your nearness, like a child silently reaching for their parent's hand. Another beautiful sign is when your cat chooses to sleep next to you. Sleep, for any animal, is the most vulnerable state to be in. A sleeping cat is exposed, unguarded, unready for danger. So if your cat regularly climbs into your bed, curls into your side, or rests on your chest, they're not just choosing a warm spot. They're choosing trust. To them, your heartbeat is a lullaby. Your scent is a shelter. And your presence is the closest thing to a lullaby they've ever known. Have you ever noticed how some cats need you softly before settling down to sleep? That's what kittens do to their mothers to stimulate milk, a behavior of pure comfort and belonging. If your cat needs you, they're not just showing affection. They're telling you, you are home. And then there's the moment they expose their belly. A cat's belly is where all their vital organs are, soft, unprotected, and sacred. In the wild, no cat would dare reveal their stomach unless they completely trusted the one beside them. So when your cat rolls over, stretches out, and lets you see this tender part of them, they're doing something extraordinary. They're surrendering their deepest instinct, survival, in favor of love. It's their quiet way of saying, I feel safe with you. I trust you to hold me, not harm me. You might have noticed your cat brushing against your legs, rubbing their face on your hand, or even sitting on your favorite sweater. These aren't random behaviors, they're part of a ritual, a quiet claiming of what they love. Cats have scent glands around their cheeks and paws, and when they rub against you or your belongings, they're leaving their scent, marking you as theirs. Not out of control or dominance, but out of belonging. In the feline world, it's how mothers and kittens stay connected. To your cat, your scent is memory. It's warmth. It's family. And when they mix theirs with yours, it's like saying, you and I, we're one. And sometimes, they nibble. Not the painful kind, but those soft, playful little love bites. To humans, it might feel confusing, like, wait, are you annoyed or being cute? But in truth, this is something cats learn in kittenhood. Mother cats groom their babies using their teeth, gentle nibbles, soft cleaning. So when your cat gives you a little bite, it's not aggression. It's imitation. It's affection in a language that began in the cradle of their earliest memory. They don't know how else to say, I care about you, like a mother would. There's something deeply touching about the way cats let their guard down around us. In the wild, a cat who's sick or injured hides. They know weakness can attract danger. But if your cat limps in front of you or lets you see they're not feeling well, it means something profound. It means they trust you so deeply their survival instinct steps aside. They're saying, I don't have to be strong with you. I just have to be me. That's not just a pet owner bond. That's the bond of a child who runs to their parent when they fall, not just to be healed but to be held. And what about when they groom you? Maybe they lick your fingers after a meal, or nuzzle your face with their tongue when you're resting. Might seem silly, even strange. But in the language of cats, grooming is sacred. It's how mothers care for their kittens, how siblings stay close, how bonds are kept alive. So when your cat grooms you, they're not just being affectionate. They're including you in their inner circle, their family, their heart. They're saying, you are one of us. Then there are those little chirps, trills, or rapid chattering sounds they make, sometimes when watching birds outside and sometimes just at you. While it's often a hunting sound, many experts believe that when cats chatter at humans, it's something more. A vocalization they've adapted to connect with us, to talk to us. They know meowing works, they've learned that since kittenhood. But chattering? That's something special. It's their way of trying to speak in our language, to share their feelings in a voice we might understand. Have you ever looked into their eyes when they do it? It feels like they're reaching across the species divide, just to tell you, I'm here and I see you. Sometimes the signs are even quieter. Like when your cat eats only when you're nearby. For a cat, mealtime is when they're most vulnerable. In the wild, it's the moment predators might strike. So when your cat feels safe enough to eat beside you, or even waits until you come home to touch their food, it's a sign of immense trust. They don't just see you as someone who fills the bowl. They see you as a protector. Like a kitten waiting for its mother to say, it's okay. You can eat now. I'm watching over you. Do you ever feel like your cat knows when you're sad, even before you say a word? They quietly come closer, sit beside you, or place their paw gently on your arm. It's as if they sense the shift in your energy, the storm behind your silence. And in those moments, they don't need to do anything grand. Their presence becomes a kind of comfort, soft, wordless, real. Tell us in the comments, has your cat ever comforted you when you needed it most? We'd love to hear your story. There's something magical about the way your cat plays with you. Not the fierce hunting mode they reserve for shadows on the wall, but the soft, silly kind, when they chase your fingers under a blanket, roll onto their back in mock surrender, or bring you a toy as if inviting you to join their world. In the wild, kittens learn through play. They bond, grow, and build trust by pouncing on each other in harmless games. So when your cat invites you to play, they're not just entertaining themselves, they're including you in something sacred. Like a child saying, come sit with me. Let's share joy. And then, there's the tail. That upright little flag that greets you when you walk through the door. In feline language, a tail held high is a sign of confidence, happiness, and affection. It's their way of waving, hello, I'm glad you're here. Some cats, like bobtails or Manx, don't have long tails, but the emotion still shows in their ears, eyes, and posture. If they greet you with forward-facing ears, relaxed shoulders, and soft blinks, know this, they're saying, I feel safe with you. A feeling that comes from deep, unconditional trust. You may also have noticed this curious little ritual. Your cat brings you gifts. A leaf, a sock, a feather, or, yes, sometimes even a less pleasant offering from outside. But behind these sometimes odd or shocking deliveries is something beautifully instinctual. In the wild, mother cats teach their young how to hunt by bringing them prey. It's both protection and provision. So when your cat leaves something at your feet, it's not just a quirky habit. It's an echo of their maternal instincts. It's their way of saying, I care for you, I provide for you, I love you. And finally, the meow. Did you know cats rarely meow at each other once they're grown? Meowing is something they evolved just to communicate with us. Each sound, long, short, soft, urgent, is a message, a reaching out. It's their voice, shaped by love and learned language, created just for you. To a kitten, a mother's presence is everything. Warmth, protection, comfort. And now, to your cat, that presence is you. Your cat doesn't need you to be perfect. They don't care what job you have, how many mistakes you've made, or whether you got everything right today. To them, you are home. You are comfort. You are the one they follow, trust, sleep beside, and offer their tiny heart to in 100 quiet ways. So if you ever wondered whether your cat loves you, the answer is yes. But it's deeper than love. It's devotion. It's instinct. It's something ancient and sacred, whispered through generations of kittens curled up against the only heartbeat they've ever known. And that heartbeat is yours. If this video helped you feel even one step closer to your cat, we'd be honored to have you as part of the Meowsphere family. Like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a little feline love today. And in the comments, tell us the one thing your cat does that makes you feel truly chosen. We'd love to feature a few in our next video. Because here in Meowsphere, we don't just care for cats. We listen to them. We love like them. And we remember, sometimes the smallest paws leave the biggest prints on our hearts.